This is WZ.
Testing 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we live?
We are.
Oh, shh. How about let's do this?
All right. So we've had the city elections. We've got a new city council that's going to be in place here very soon. Mayor Bryan ran and was successful at getting reelected as the mayor of Fort Payne. And so we've had lots of conversations over the past several weeks and months about the economy of Fort Payne and how it needs to run and whether we should recruit certain businesses and not recruit other businesses. And what is Fort Payne? Is it a tourist town? Is it an industry town? What kind of things can we get stuff on the north end? Can Steve, please, for the love of everything is good and kind, get a movie theater? So there's some citizens of Fort Payne decided to take it into their own hands and decided to make Fort Payne the Las Vegas of the South. And so we're going to talk about that today. We decided let's just go ahead and do Atlantic City, Northeast Alabama's version of Atlantic City. And of all things, somebody from Albertville did it. So I guess we can be more like Albertville.
We're chasing them, except in athletics.
Anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit as the show progresses. Welcome in to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Bryan Northcote, Steve Chambers, Holly Allen in studio. We're on WZOB, or at least we will be hopefully soon. We're not right now. Having some technical issues for those of you that normally listen to us on the radio.
You're not.
You're not listening to us on the radio, so hopefully you pulled something else up and are getting a hold of us somehow. That's WZOB 1250 AM, 100.9 FM, although not right now. WZOBradio.com. You click the Listen Live button, but we're not going to be on there right now. However, we are on Facebook right now, live streaming. We are also, we'll have the show archived on YouTube channel, both the ZOB and the FPTV YouTube channels. We're also live streaming on the, easy for me to say, FPTV app. So we hope that you guys are enjoying the show. We love, this is episode 34. Today in studio, we're going to have Jerrel and Ryker Ingal, the Ingal family, a couple of the members of the Ingal family, talk a little bit of sports and business and things like that. But before we get too deep into this, so first off, let me welcome in my co-host, Steve Chambers. Welcome in, Steve.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Feel very good.
How about you? I got a
I'm
haircut.
going to ask Holly.
I got a haircut
Don't talk
today,
to me.
though.
Nobody talk to me.
She needs to just pull that mic down because we don't have a dump button. And so, anyway, we're going to go ahead and do a segment sponsor on this first segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve, and that is DeKalb MD. DeKalb MD Healthcare Simplified. DeKalb MD is a direct primary care with a network of clinics located in Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee that operates on a monthly membership, not insurance. They provide quality, individualized care with concierge benefits for $85 a month. With an $85 a month membership, you receive same or next day scheduling with no wait time, longer visits with your provider, after-hours access and basic labs at no additional cost, a direct phone number to call or text your provider at any time, and over 1,000 free medications mailed directly to you. DeKalb MD works with you instead of your insurance. DeKalb MD, primary care with you in mind. Visit DeKalbMD.com today to schedule an appointment. Saw DeKalb MD, saw Chad and Ashley Williamson at the fair last night. So it was a little bit chilly on the chilly side at the fair. Have you gone to the fair?
Going tonight.
You're going tonight.
We do the Ferris wheel, and since we're old, we just look at the exhibits, the Ferris wheel. But Eric last week said, "What, the beans and cornbread were good? We might try that on the way."
Claire had it last night and loved it. It was only like $4 for
Really?
pinto beans and cornbread in a little cup.
Jamie and I ate for $9, both of us.
Yeah, it's pretty inexpensive. So did y'all have fun with the grandbabies?
We had a ball. We played keepy uppy a lot.
Here's the problem with the fair. This is one of the problems with the fair.
Is this a rant?
This is not a rant.
Okay.
But when you've got a child, a 10-year-old that doesn't have a phone, and he's roaming off to get on the ride, and you see all the people in the world that you haven't seen in a very long time. So you're reconnecting with people that you haven't seen in years, because everybody goes to the fair. And then your kid goes off, and you're sitting there talking to somebody that you really feel obligated. You need to finish this conversation out. And then you look up, and, well, I don't know where he's at. No idea.
Well, it's about
a circle.
5 acres fenced in, isn't it?
It's a circle. Eventually I'll catch up
You
with
come
it.
back around somewhere.
But there are so many people that you see at the fair that you haven't seen in years. I mean, years.
It's perfect weather.
Yeah, it got a little chilly. Did y'all get cold?
No, not really. I was running around too much, trying to keep a 2.5-year-old from, running away.
Yes.
Actually, we had a ball. We had so much fun. I'm so glad that we met all my kids, Caleb and Anna and Christian and Tatum and their kids. And so big happy family. And
That was fun.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Good time had by all. I'm done riding. I don't ride rides anymore. I'm too old.
Oh, no.
And I'm really get sleepy around 8 o'clock.
That's about the time we went home.
Claire, it's time to go on to the
You're
house.
too young for that now. 8 o'clock. Well, when you really get old, then you can't sleep anymore. So it doesn't matter. At 2 a.m., I'm always showing Alabama, Tennessee on SEC Network. Martha gave me this little pen that said, "We interrupt this marriage for football season."
Did you watch a bunch this last weekend?
Whatever you call 16 hours worth. I don't know. I stopped to eat.
Yeah, we'll talk SEC football and there's some news in the SEC football world that we need to bring up having to do with Auburn and the game against Georgia. If anybody's been familiar with that, did you see that? We talked about it on our group chat, so you know about that. Got
The official
Yeah.
suspended.
Yep.
Was it for that call?
Well, what I'm understanding is
That wasn't really the referee's call.
No,
It was
but it was not the specific calls per se, although that one I think did have something to do with it. But it was the management. It was more of the you broke some protocols that you would normally have in place. I think one of the easiest example is when that official heard Kirby called timeout, they should have awarded the timeout and not gone back and said, "Okay, we're going to reset the play."
He said, "Oh, I'm just funning with you."
No, that's not what I was
That's
doing.
what I'm saying.
So there was several instances where there was a protocol or something that was not done properly, and that's what he got suspended for. And a lot of it did have to do with that Georgia-Auburn game. So we'll see. Anyway, so the fair was last night. I'm telling you right now, I probably shouldn't say this because I'm going to give away a trade secret of mine. Church night's the night to go. Church night is when most of the people are at church is the best time to go to the fair because it's a drastic reduction in the volume. And they had the armband night last night, which made it even better. So it was a fun night at the fair. Had a good time. Got to see some friends. Eli and them had a good time. Sydney. So my kids are spread out. Jones went 2 nights ago. Isaac's going tonight, and the rest of us went last
Do you
night.
see old Fort Payne friends or people coming back for just to
I saw
for old time's sake?
Yeah, it was people from old church friends that I hadn't seen in a while. some folks that I see, but I don't talk to. And so you're in line with somebody, and you'll see them around town and stuff, but you're not in the same world anymore. So you end up. I don't think I saw anybody terribly older. I saw Brett Hass's dad. He was there. Got to talk to him. So anyway, it was a good time. We had a blast. Going through all of that, we're trying to work through. I'm trying to not get distracted by our technical difficulties. Are we getting anywhere close?
No, not really. No. I mean, we're on Facebook, so it's just maybe something we have to play back on the radio at another time. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
there's always something technical, and now our people get to see that up close. Personal. And it's very personal to me.
That is the job of FBTV, and Holly's job too, all the time. Like it is never simple. Never.
I think that this is why technical people usually aren't the ones talking, because they're okay. All right,
we're close.
We're close. We got some progress. All right.
Is this as difficult as an away game?
You know,
on a Friday night?
No,
there's different challenges. Home games are easier because everything's right here. Away games are easier because you don't have to do the scoreboard and you don't have the in-stadium stuff that's surrounding the game that you have to interact with. Mm-hmm. On an away game, it's just simply the football game and some of your commercials, making sure your commercials and making sure all your feeds are good. So it's really about the same.
You'd think Alabama A&M would have good Wi-Fi and setup.
Yeah. And our signals have been fine. It's just been more making sure that we're connecting, because our connections and ZOB's connections need to be right. And there's usually some cord that, and it can be as simple. It can go from it's a cord that's bad or a microphone that's bad, but you don't know until you go through a sequence of checks to make sure that, because if you're not getting a good feed or you're not getting a good whatever signal, or you're not hearing what you need to hear, it could be 6 or 7 or, I said 6, 7.
6, 7.
What's that?
Okay.
Nothing.
Steve's not in the world. Don't worry about it. You don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But it literally can be that much stuff going on that changes things, and so you got to work through it and know what it is and where the problem is, and you're usually having to plug and unplug. So that's the way it goes with this kind of a business.
Every time I see Alabama A&M football highlights from Lewis Crew Stadium, they have all these little houses beyond one of the end zones.
Yeah.
And I got to ask them, why do you have a bunch of little houses beyond the That's just where my mind's going
Maybe
today.
you can find out this Friday.
Well, I got to ask somebody who looks like they would know.
So we got Jerrel and Ryker Ingal a little bit later. We've got to get a rain gauge update. We've got Fort Payne Volleyball is currently, which is why nobody's here at the high school, or very few people are here at the high school. Fort Payne Volleyball will play 30 minutes after the closing of our show in Hoover. So they're in the state state playoffs.
Well, what time did they leave this morning? Or did they leave yesterday?
I think they must have gone yesterday. I'm not real sure. Speaking of the fair, one more fair update. And this is not a critique or not a criticism of Kissel at all, but my son wanted to come up and get a funnel cake, and then he told me how much one was, and I said, oh, no, we won't be doing that. I said, Daddy will make some funnel cakes when we get to the house. So we made funnel cakes last night when we got home.
Good.
So you know how to do that?
They exorbitant. No, I don't know how. Tell me how to make a funnel cake.
You do pancake batter and thin it out really well. Then you pour it into a funnel. And then you just circle the funnel inside a dish full of oil that's boiling or that's hot, and then it just cooks it. So it just cooks it right there. And
I'm afraid all the funnels I have been used for oil and gas in the mower, so maybe Martha's got one.
All right, well, let's go take our first break. We're going to come back. We got a Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week. You are listening or watching Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll be right back right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
Hello, this is Eric Dudash. I am with the Veterans of Foreign Wars and a proud community member of Fort Payne. Right now you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB.
No matter the season, there's always a great sale at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors with all the brand names you love. Patagonia, Uggs, North Face, Bourne, Columbia, and much, much more. The best quality shoes in town can only be found at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors. And don't forget about Little River hats and tees. Drop by Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, Saturdays from 9 to 3, or Sunday from 12 to 5. Located in downtown Fort Payne. Shop local at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors.
Back, Lunch with Bryan and Steve, live in studio down in the basement of FPTV, or basement of third building in the bunker called FPTV. We have got another segment sponsor. This segment sponsor for Lunch with Bryan and Steve, because we got Chris Durra on the line, is the Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week. Thrive Outdoor, we are a people company that provides outdoor services. We are not in the landscape business serving people. We are in the people business serving landscapes. At Thrive Outdoor, our culture defines us and sets us apart. Our vision is to become the most desirable workplace in the landscape industry throughout the Southeast region. This vision requires us to cultivate people. Therefore, we operate as a people company first and provide exceptional outdoor services second. That's Thrive Outdoor. Thank Lee Buffington and everybody at Thrive Outdoor for joining Lunch with Bryan and Steve as a sponsor. And speaking of Thrive Outdoor, we've got one of their employees who also serves as the play-by-play guy for Fort Payne football. What do you got, Steve?
That's Mr. Thrive Outdoor.
That's Mr. Thrive Outdoor.
Not just one of the employees.
Chris Durra is live on the WZOB hotline. Chris, how are things at Thrive Outdoor?
Man, it is. It's a heyday. The weather can't get any better, can it?
It's pretty nice. It's a little chilly when you get about 8 o'clock at the fair, but other than that.
The weather is nice, the temperature's cooler, and the grass has stopped growing.
I may have my last mowing today.
Is that right?
Except for mulching the leaves.
Okay. Well, so what's the transition right now look like for Thrive Outdoor when the growing season stops? What's next on the agenda?
Well, there's a little bit of window, just like Steve was saying. There's a little window where the grass stops growing. You're kind of like, you show up at your properties, you're kind of making sure everything looks good, checking for weeds, picking up trash or whatever, and you're waiting on that leaf fall to come. And here comes the leaf fall, and it's about the same amount of time. Now you're just doing something different. You're spending all that time you would cutting grass, picking up leaves.
Yeah. Okay. So, you transition to that, and you guys are still blowing and going? Doesn't slow down, does it?
Still blowing and going. As far as, we can transition this into the garden tip. It's now you're putting on a little bit up. If you hadn't done your fertilizer, you can still do a little fertilizer for the winter and put on your pre-emergent. If you got good turf, you don't want those winter weeds, definitely be hitting that pre-emergent on your grass to stop that poana from coming up over the winter, or at least slow it down. Poana.
That's a good word.
And also, if you got perennials like daffodils and hyacinths and things like that that are bulbs in the ground, if they're newly planted, you may want to be thinking about giving a little bit of mulch cover to kind of protect that from the winter. Otherwise, some of our hard freezes might get to some bulbs. Now, if you've already got established daffodils and things like that, you don't have to worry about that because they've already been wintered in. But if you got something new out there, be thinking about putting some mulch down, or at least letting the leaves fall and kind of cover those bulbs for the winter.
Okay. And just never slows down, does it? You think in the wintertime everything just kind of goes dormant.
Usually the slowest part would be around Christmas. That December month is probably the least amount of activity in landscaping.
Yeah. Well, that's great. We appreciate the garden tip of the week. Let's talk a little bit high school football. So we got Fort Payne. We'll be traveling over to Huntsville tomorrow night, Alabama A&M University. So for those of you who don't know, the game has moved. It was supposed to be at Milton Frank Stadium, which is the same stadium that we played Mae Jemison at. But they moved in. I don't even know why, but they shifted over to Alabama A&M, which is where Fort Payne played Mae Jemison 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Was it 2?
Yes.
Okay.
2 or 3 years ago, yes.
So Fort Payne already sealed up the region championship.
The number 10 ranked Fort Payne.
That's right. We got to talk about that. They broke the top 10 for the first time in 13 years.
Yeah, they're top 10.
What is that?
Is that right?
That's what Coach Elmore said. 2012 was the last time Fort Payne. We didn't break in the top 10 last year.
I didn't know that. I thought we broke into it last year.
Too.
Well, you know what? He was talking Sports Writer Association.
Yeah, in the Sports Illustrated poll, we're number 4.
Is that right?
In the entire, all classifications.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm not saying that's accurate, but that's what it is.
I'm not sure we're going to. We'll hold off testing that poll.
Look out, Clay Chocolate.
So we got Gadsden City goes to Mae Jemison, which is that why? That may be why that Milton Frank isn't available. They probably double booked it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you
Starting
what.
to make sense now.
I tell you what, for those listening, talking about high school football, like you guys, your show is for all of DeKalb County, and I mentioned this in my DC tailgate show for Holly that I recorded earlier.
Yeah.
Man, if you're not going to an away game, there are some great matchups here on Sand Mountain. You've got Geraldine and Fife, 2 top 5 teams.
That's right.
You've got Plainview and Madison Academy.
Yep.
And you've got Pisgah. Yeah, and you got Pisgah taking on somebody. I forget who it is.
North Sand Mountain.
Pleasant Valley.
Nope. Oh, I've got North Sand Mountain.
Maybe it's North Sand Mountain. But those 3 games are all top 10 games in their classifications.
Yeah. Yeah, some quality high school football. Plainview, man, they are playing some good football right now.
Yeah, they're undefeated.
Yeah, really. Have they already won the region? I guess probably so.
It'd probably be decided tomorrow night.
It'll be decided Friday tomorrow night. Steve's right. Yeah, them and Madison Academy's at the top. They're both undefeated in region play.
Yeah, and that's a home game, right? That's what I've got.
Yeah, it's a home game for Plainview. So
that'll be an interesting matchup. So Fort Payne playing Lee tomorrow night. As I talked with Coach Elmore at Cat Chat earlier this week, 0-8, 0-5 in the region. Certainly, you don't want to overlook anybody because they do have.
Yeah, don't let that fool you.
Because 2 years ago,
yeah, we went down there and got beat by them.
49-42, wasn't it?
Oh golly, that was a maddening
Yes.
game.
Yeah,
it was incredible. So, but if it stays true to form, hopefully we can see some of the younger kids in the second half and maybe see what Fort Payne's future looks like. So excited about getting over there and seeing it.
I think Coach Elmore's promised the radio FPTV crew 3 plays. If we're up, if we're up by 50 points, we get out 3 plays out there.
Did I tell you all about the Auburn-Opelika game, the high school game that the Opelika coach gave the mayor a sheet with 3 plays on it? He got to call the first play out of those 3. He gave him 3 to choose from. You pick the first play of the game to do this. I don't think we're going to get that opportunity. I would love that, though. Steve, if you called that first play and you lined up in 2 tights and ran 36 belly, just right off tackle.
That's back.
Give it to the fullback. Well, Steve, we don't have a fullback. Put a fullback in there.
Put a fullback in there. Just line up behind the quarterback. It's not hard.
Yeah, looking ahead in the Fort Payne's classification, this will be a future. Besides Clay Chalkville, you've got 2 other teams that are hot, too, Muscle Shoals and Hartsville. Are undefeated in 6A.
Let's worry about first and second round.
I have to play one of them, though.
Yeah. But now, Coach Elmore did say because we won the region, you avoid Clay Chalkville in the second round. So that's at least one benefit of winning the region.
Looks like it's going to be Athens, doesn't it? First round.
I think so. Yeah. Athens and then
the home of Buc-ee's.
What?
Buc-ee's.
The home of a Buc-ee's.
Oh, do you stop at Buc-ee's every time you get a chance?
I don't ever get a chance to stop at a Buc-ee's, so I wouldn't know that question. Wouldn't have an answer for that. I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
We don't have one. Have you been to Buc-ee's yet?
I've never been to one.
You've never been. Oh, it's an experience.
I was going to tell that to you guys. You need to get these counselors or somebody that led better to work on getting a Buc-ee's right here.
Yeah, somebody stirred up some stuff about having a Buc-ee's here. I'm not sure. I don't know.
If we can't get a Whataburger, I don't know how we can get a Buc-ee's. But
We got a
try.
Chick-fil-A though.
Do what? We did get
We
a
got a
Chick-fil-A. We
Chick-fil-A,
got
though.
sushi now. We didn't have sushi when I first moved back.
And they got sushi, yeah.
You could get some
There you
sushi,
go.
but
You can get some at Food Land, can't you?
you can now, yes. And it's good sushi too, by the way.
Well, of course, they wouldn't
Thank you.
have it there if it wasn't. They are a sponsor, right?
Close enough. Yeah. All right,
There you go.
Chris. Anything else you got before we let you go?
That's all. Just tell Holly to have a great day.
Thanks.
Oh, boy.
I will.
You just brighten her world, Chris.
Appreciate that.
There you go.
And get ready for that very, very quiet double-decker press box tomorrow night with no windows, so you can't feel or see. The feel of the game is just atrocious in that press box.
Very, very, very quiet.
No windows, did you say?
I'm sorry, not no windows. No
That's
open,
going to be hard to call a game in.
no windows that open.
Open.
Oh.
Can't
So
hear anything.
you can't hear anything. You can't feel the game. You can't feel the temperature outside. It is. So all the things that have happened at Gadsden City and that at ARAB, which you didn't get to experience ARAB, but the noise and the volume and sitting right on the home side with
Yeah.
all the insanity, it is the opposite of that. It is nothing. It is dead air. It's just quiet. So you're up there.
It is comfortable though, Brian.
It is very comfortable, and you got all the room in the world to spread out.
And Lee probably won't have a
Oh.
rowdy crowd there.
And I think last time both teams sat on the same side. So there's no home and away, I think. That's what Coach Elmore said.
Oh, well,
So don't blame me, blame him. Is it?
So Fort Payne can be sitting on the home side?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
right up underneath the press box.
I like that better. I like seeing people I know.
All right, Chris, thanks for the garden tip of the week from Thrive Outdoor. We appreciate it. Tell Lee and everybody there, thanks for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
Yes, sir. See you tomorrow.
All right, see you, Chris. Bye.
All right, bye.
That's Chris Dura with Thrive Outdoor, the garden tip of the week. We want to thank them for being sponsors of Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We got a minute or two. There was something else I was going to say about the rest of this football season, but I'll wait on that. So,
Yeah, we still got Pelham after this.
yeah, it's regarding Pelham. So, I'll tell you that on a different
I
segment.
wonder if Lurch will be there. That back judge
No,
we had last
it's
year.
our crew here.
Okay.
So, but it is a Thursday night game. So next week's last game is Thursday night, which avoids the Halloween traffic too. So
So we want to, what are we going to do Friday night?
I don't know. That'll be give out candy. I
You
reckon.
want to do a game somewhere else, Holly?
Are you talking to me?
No.
All right, well, let's just go to break. Jerrel and Ryker Ingal are in the studio now. We're going to have them come on here in just a second. We'll be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Let's face it, nobody likes to close their pool. But if it must be done, and it must, get it done by the professionals at Rawson Pools, LLC. With more than 40 years of experience on their team, Rawson Pools can not only make the area safe for the winter, they can also protect your pool, plumbing system, and filtration equipment. So call Rawson Pools at 256-638-5804 to make sure your pool is protected this winter so you can enjoy it again next summer. Rawson Pools, LLC, the pool professionals.
Hi, everybody. This is Greg Fowler. I work with the group Alabama, the Alabama Band Fan Club and Museum, and you are having lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB. All right. That was painless.
Get your Christmas shopping done early this year at Tracy's. More than a flower shop, Tracy's carries cute and thoughtful gift ideas for the whole family. Come in Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon, or check out Tracy's new website at Tracy's LLC and call to make your order. Delivery is available. Follow their Facebook page to stay current as new items will be arriving throughout the season. Tracy's Florist is located on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Tracy's, your local flower shop for every occasion.
Well, never mind. Just go to the next segment sponsor. All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
You think after 34 weeks we'd know what we were doing, but it's just not the case.
You just can't control technology.
No, you cannot.
It controls you.
When you are in a school system, there are two things at play. You have got to have access to things, and you have got to restrict access to things, right? Because the internet's great because you can find out anything you want to know. The internet is bad because you can go anywhere you want to go.
Yep.
And when you have those two worlds colliding in one place, it makes a challenge being down here in the AV department because I just need to get to this website. Well, you can't get to this website. All right, so we've got another segment sponsor. It is Cattle Stampede, Stevie's favorite place. Cattle Stampede Steakhouse, feed your whole family.
Other than Pure Clean.
That's right.
I'm sure you don't eat at Pure Clean.
If they made me a sandwich, I would.
If you take Pure Clean out to Cattle Stampede, now you got something.
There you go.
Feed your whole family with their carry-out family meal deal for only $25 Monday through Sunday. In the bar area. So this is new here. This is going to be interesting.
So that was for families. Now,
so
switch.
That's the family version. Now here's in the bar area, which is Steve's favorite area. Thursday nights is karaoke night, Steve, with Mike McClung from 9 till Cattle Stampede's open till midnight.
They
9
are
to midnight.
Thursdays.
Oh
yeah.
wow, that's going to be fun.
Friday, Saturday.
This Friday night, live entertainment from 9 to midnight. Pete Dupree. Saturday night, live entertainment from 9 to midnight. Dalton Jones. So those are the extra hours, the after hours, as it were.
For all you night owls.
So Cattle Stampede, we're so thankful for them for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. And look who we have, Steve. In studio is a large portion of the Ingal family. So we have Jerrel Ingal and Ryker Ingal. Don't need to touch your shoulder there. Right. So I'm real thankful. And so we were talking about, what are we going to talk about?
We're just missing the two C's, aren't we?
That's right. So we just wanted to have, so this show, for everybody that doesn't know, is about Fort Payne and DeKalb County, and we are wanting to get to know folks here, what they do, their life, their background, their story, and just kind of hang out and talk. So we're going to have you guys for two segments. So most of you know, or if you've watched football broadcasts, have heard the name Ryker Ingal. If you've listened to Cat Chat, we've talked about it every week with Coach Elmore, how Ryker's out for the season, really high-quality defensive player for Fort Payne this year, and it really hurts our team that you're not out there. So tell everybody.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, how dare you get hurt? So go back. Coach Elmore's talked through it. It was the Mae Jemison game, speaking of playing in Huntsville. What happened? What happened on that play? We've seen it on Cat Chat. And what happened? So walk us through that play and what your experience of it was.
So like, the guy just ran around the end. It was the running back run play. I seen him try to dive for his ankles, and I just kind of hit the ground wrong, and I thought I kind of dislocated my shoulder. So I kind of tried to pop it back in place, and I tried to get some other people to pop it back in place, but they wouldn't. They was like, no, what if it's something bad? And I'm like, well, it's not. And so then.
So you just said, sling it back. You were like, what's the movie?
So you're self-medicating up.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon, when Mel Gibson just slings his shoulder back in place, right? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, and then, of course, the one time I think something's wrong, they're like, hey, you're going to have to go off the edge. And I'm like, oh, good. So I make a tackle with the same shoulder.
Oh, my gosh.
And then, luckily, it didn't hurt. And then what they did the next play, they blitzed me again, and luckily JP, he got a pick. So
but you tipped it, didn't you?
Yes,
sir.
Sir.
You tip the ball with that arm?
Yep.
I don't know how in the world you got your
So
arm.
you had to raise your arm up.
Yeah. My mobility was good and everything. It's just like my shoulders just hanging down and my collarbone's just sticking up. And,
oh my gosh! Yeah, I saw.
But you still made the play.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's when we were in the press box. Of course, we didn't know anything. I didn't know that it was two plays before until Coach Elmore came in and showed it. And so I thought, man, that quarterback must have slung that ball for him to block it, and it dislocated his shoulder. But it had happened two plays. And I saw your mom at halftime. And she said, I think he's going to play in the second half. And, of course, you weren't. And
your mom's an optimist.
Yeah. So
he's all right.
So they were like, do you want to go back in? And I was like, yeah. I was like, what do we have to do? So they was like, we have to get your shoulder and your collarbone back level. And they couldn't do that. So they was just like,
So you weren't nauseated or anything?
No.
So John Maxey had taped him up and was taping it around, trying to get it to pull back down. And Ryker kept saying he wanted to go back in, and Dr. Hester says, well, I'm going to leave it up to you. And I said, no, you're the doctor. I'm going to leave it up to you.
Yeah.
So he pushed back on it a little bit. He said, "I'm gonna try one more thing," and Ryker, he flinched and he said, "Nah, I think he's going to set out."
Oh my!
So that put the end of that.
Well, at least he's looking out for you.
Yeah. So how does it feel knowing that you're seeing? How was that a tough transition? I saw you right after the game, and I could tell that it hurt.
Yeah. So it's gonna sound bad, but like it hurt them. But then like I just got to thinking like there's like so much more to life than just football, and so the only game that like really probably hurt was Gaston City. Yeah. That one hurt.
Not being able out there, yeah.
And first round will probably hurt. So
yeah,
but.
But you're looking into a red shirt, right?
Yeah. I'll be back next year.
There you go.
But, and just thinking about what I can do in baseball to succeed. So
yeah. So you will be okay to go back.
Oh yeah, I'll be back in December.
Well, that'll help a lot.
Oh yeah.
December, Steve. Could be back in December.
Yeah. Also.
How far do the playoffs go?
Yeah, they'll put me on a throwing program like December 17th, John said. So.
And what do you play in baseball for everybody that doesn't know?
I play outfield and I pitch.
Okay. So you'll at least get to do that. So.
Oh yeah.
What was your What was your favorite game you played in? Gaston City last year.
I got to guess on. Yeah.
Either Gaston City last year, or the Oxford game.
Yeah.
Or Pell City.
Yeah, he had an interception in that game.
Yeah, Pell City game? And Homewood.
We go back to, and I've told Coach Elmore this, I still believe, excuse me, there's, in every game, and we've talked about this, and everybody knows this, there's a couple of plays that happen, and you don't know what effect that has on the rest of the game, or in any other case, the season. And I still think the block punt at Southside last year was the turning point for that team last year. Because if you don't block that punt, and it was just back and forth, but that block punt sprung the offense, and they score on that drive and get the 2 field goals and win that game. And looking back, you don't win that game, you don't win the region. Yeah. And so I think that block punt really turned last season around.
Yeah. So, another fun game was Scottsboro this year. It was good to get that trophy back. So.
Yeah. You were involved in the Top Fat Trophy.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did that.
Saturday, were you?
That was funny.
I got to pull that up. Let's see. So Steve sends me this. I didn't even know what was going on.
Well, I didn't either. I just eating breakfast is all it.
So
I said, "There's our offensive line walking in."
The scene to that. We can see this, Allie. Where you can see the screen up here. Go to camera 1. There we go. So. Steve, explain. You were there, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on.
I tried to get in on it. I can help y'all. I can help you with that. Well, I said, well, that's Fort Payne's offensive line coming in here. And then I saw the goons from the other place. I'm just kidding. They're not goons. And I said, what are y'all doing? And Aaron,
so for everybody who doesn't know who the goons are, it's Scottsboro.
Scottsboro. So Aaron Hester was just explaining to me they're having a pancake.
And they called it the Top Fat Trophy.
Yeah, and I thought, well, we got a shot at this. And,
how many pancakes did Grayson eat?
Was it like 13?
And how long?
It was only a few minutes. And
I mean, look how big they are. They're big. And look, he's drinking his water and his milk over there, and then he goes eats another one. And there's two waitresses dressed up as officials.
Yeah, I see the official back here.
Yeah, I was arguing with her. This guy's been holding for 2 years now. Yeah. I think they told me.
Do we know what was it for? Was it a charity thing?
Yeah, that's. I've been meaning to ask that. Is that just for the fun of it, or are they raising money?
I have no idea. I didn't know they were doing it after they'd done it.
Yeah.
Wow. So Fort Payne beat Scottsboro again this year, winning the Top Fat Trophy. So that's pretty funny.
We had actually went to Cracker Barrel like either 2 weeks before that. It's me, Lane, and Patrick, and I think Brandon Oliver. We're sitting there, and like manager walks up. She's like, hey, would your coach be interested in doing like a pancaking contest?
Oh, so you know about this. Okay.
Yeah. And we were like, yeah. And Lane was like, you want his number? And so we just gave him the number, and she ended up calling him. And
okay.
I go up to the next day. I was like, so y'all going to do that pancaking contest? He's like, yeah, probably.
Wow. Okay, so you helped set it up. See, another thing that you bring to the table.
It was already full of Tennessee fans in there.
Oh, Lord.
Desperately needed a history lesson. The teacher in me came out. And then when Martha's telling us we just need to go, no, they're having a pancake eating contest. So it's just a quality time Saturday morning.
Oh, it's just so much fun, wasn't it, Steve? So, all right, well, so that happened. So let's go back, Jerrel. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, let's talk to Jerrel.
Yeah, well, he's on the show.
That's right.
Well, Crystal's not here, so we can't talk to her.
Were you a DB when you played?
Sir?
Were you a defensive back?
No, I was a tailback and a linebacker.
Okay, and you're from where?
Galesville.
Galesville. Okay, so you grew up there, and then finished school. Walk us through from there till now. You're pure clean.
Yep. So I graduated high school, went to Jacksonville State. When I graduated Jacksonville, Crystal and I got married, and we moved to Fort Payne.
Did y'all know each other in high school?
We did. We actually started dating in between the summer of the 10th and 11th grade year.
So high school sweethearts.
Yep, 16 years old.
Wow.
Been together, I think, 38, 39 years now.
Wow.
So
You went to Galesville?
You what?
What did you say?
No,
I went to get. She didn't. She was at Fort Payne.
I thought, what?
Yeah, you know.
High
So
school sweethearts.
Well,
Okay.
sort of.
I'm
Yeah,
confused. I'm confused.
you know,
Go
back
ahead.
in the day, we spent our weekends riding up through town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the only thing you could
Yeah,
do.
and
well, I can
Crystal had
understand.
she had a Super Sports Chevelle, and
Yeah.
I saw her through town. I thought, man, I haven't got to find out who that girl is. I pulled her over one day and talked to her, and
You pulled her over to have a blue light on.
yeah, and it's history after that. So.
Yeah, so 38 years. Wow.
Yeah.
39, would you say?
38 or 39, so it was September of '87. So
Oh, wow.
Do you know who the principal at Galesville is right now?
I don't know
no.
this.
As of October 1st, Ronnie Crabtree.
Is he
Oh,
really?
you know what? I did hear that.
Yeah.
I
I
did.
don't know that.
He said, did I
Yes.
tell you I'm principal? I said, no. You need some help?
Yeah.
He said, it's the easiest job, best paying job he ever had. I said,
Wow.
Yeah, there's only like 300
Really?
kids there, I think. So.
yeah,
It's a small
K
school.
through
Small
12
school.
said 300.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so
I
y'all
know.
finished school, get married, and then walk us through your business career. How did that? Were you in business by yourself or
No,
for yourself
no,
to start with?
No, so, somewhere in
He
the
said
mid,
anything's better than the bakery. I
so
think he did.
yeah, somewhere in the mid 2000s, I had bought a carpet cleaning business from a guy named Mitch Johnson. He was here in Fort Payne,
Okay.
and it kind of started from that. And
Okay.
I started, I got interested in doing the restoration side of it, and then we started a janitorial company at that time, and once I started learning how to do some dry outs, people had floods in their homes. And
Right.
I kept thinking, man, how did I get into what these Serv Pros and Service Masters were doing? So
Yeah.
I had went to a class down in Anniston, and there was a Pure Clean guy there. So I came home from that and got on the internet and touched base with them, and it was all downhill from there. So
Okay.
we've been we started Pure Clean here in Fort Payne in 2015. So this is our 10th year.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we got into business for ourselves, Claire and I had a buddy of mine who owned his own business say, it's two things. It's the best decision you'll ever make, and it's the worst decision you'll ever make.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's easy, but there's nothing
You
easy
got 'em
about
all
being
over.
a business owner.
You got them all over the place now, don't you?
Well, I only own the one here in Fort Payne, and we're just now fixing to sign the paperwork with a Pure Clean in Hiram, Georgia. He and
Okay.
I are going in partners. He's been in business about a year and a half, and we're going to kind of take on that northwest corridor of Georgia. Mm-hmm. But other than that, so, several years ago, been 2 years now, I bought a company from Rainsville called American Crawl Space. Derek Rawson
Okay.
up there at On Safe Solutions.
Yeah.
We purchased it, and I had a young man that I was really wanting to put in that role and to run that business. His name is Jimmy Cole Hush. He handles that side
Okay,
for
I
us.
did not
and-
know that.
Yeah.
That's
Then we started a roofing company last summer called Shingle Roofing. We was just seeing the need that
Yeah.
we was getting all these jobs and having to turn them down or give them to someone else, and so we started our own roofing company. And my nephew Gage Pack, he actually runs that for us.
Okay.
He's handling that, and he's doing a really good job.
Wow. Just all off into everything.
You not have a plumbing service yet?
So I have two young men that work for me that are going to
Who's
Northeast.
I
And
serious. I told
and
you
they're
did.
going to the plumbing school up there at
Yeah.
Northeast. So,
Good.
who knows? And I don't know what Ryker's going to do yet. So
Now, your other son works for you.
yeah, he does. Chaz, he's we got boys spread out. Chaz is 29 and Ryker's 18, so we got 11-year difference between the two.
Does Lucas work for you?
Lucas
Towers?
is actually he's going to
him
school
at the
and he's helping with the football team.
Yeah.
So he comes in the morning and he works to about lunchtime, and he goes down and helps with the football team every day. So.
Well, that's cool. We got to take a commercial break. Hang around. We're going to keep talking with Jerrel and Ryker Ingal. Are we good, Holly? You ready? We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
DeKalb Fix-It Appliance Warehouse is a mouthful, so Terry and Bobby have decided to drop the fix-it and focus on giving you the best prices on new appliances. Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, Amana, LG, Samsung, GE, and more. Up to 75% off retail priced on new scratched and dent appliances. And as your Electrolux and Frigidaire dealer, DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is passing on more savings to you with even more new in-box selections. Need a refrigerator? Come in today and shop our overstocked warehouse. You will not get a better deal anywhere. We guarantee to match or beat any price. In-house service available to all as well. DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is open weekdays 9 to 5, Wednesdays and Saturdays 9 to noon. Located on Airport Road in Fort Payne.
This is Judge Andrew Hairston, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB.
We're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, Bryan Northfield, Steve Chambers. This is episode 34. We've got Jerrel and Ryker Ingal visiting with us, talking all things Fort Payne football and Puriclean. But we do have another segment sponsor that we want to play right now. Do you have that ready, Holly, with Fort Payne Improvement Authority? Can we do that? We can?
Yes, hold on.
She's
This
so
message-
I'd love
soft-spoken
to do
today.
This
today.
message from Mike Shirey with the
Okay.
Fort Payne Improvement Authority. They're our sponsor for this segment.
Brings with it the excitement of cooler temperatures and football and reminds us that winter will be here before you know it. Your friends at the Fort Payne Improvement Authority want to remind you that you can help conserve electricity and save money with just a few energy-saving ideas. Using LED lights and Energy Star rated appliances will help reduce your energy consumption. Remember to turn the lights off when you're not using them. Heating your home accounts for up to 50% of your energy bill. Every degree that you set your thermostat lower in the winter can save you 3% on your heating costs. We recommend you set your thermostat to 68 degrees. FPIA would also like to remind everyone to be safe when heating their home. Make sure fireplaces are clean and ready for use, and always make sure space heaters are not left close to furniture or other combustible materials. Our team at the Fort Payne Improvement Authority wishes your team the very best this season, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve Fort Payne and the surrounding community.
There we go. There we go. There's a message from Mike Shirey. I wonder if he wants to comment on Ken Williamson today.
He probably does.
On the official in the SEC guy.
So that referee for in Knoxville in 2022, he doesn't get suspended, but then that guy does. I don't know what okay, but
All right,
I'm
never mind.
sure I'll get over it.
Steve, you don't seem to get over much. You hold those.
He holds them grudges, doesn't he?
I'm really not all that ill-natured. I just get ill sometimes. I don't know.
So let's see. You guys have been real gracious to the school system, to WZOB, to sponsor, to be active in the community and be just involved in everything. So how did that come about? Is it just from the kids being connected and your heart for the community? And talk about that a little bit.
You know, so we love Fort Payne. I mean, Fort Payne's a great place to raise a family.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone that that has a family here says the same thing. You know, with Chaz going through Pee Wee sports with him, then once he reached high school, being part of the booster club, for 5-6 years, then Ryker comes along, and I take over the Pee Wee football league. When he was there and playing Pee Wee, I ran the league.
Okay.
Yep. So all these young men that
You're
are
the commissioner,
seniors,
Did y'all have Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl?
No, but watching these kids grow up, then seeing them out there playing, and Ryker sitting on the sideline, it kind of hits you in the heart a little bit, and I feel bad for him, but I know God's got bigger plans for him than playing football, and we always don't know the reason, but God's always got a reason for it, but so I'm so proud of these young men though that's playing this year. They really, it's been a tough time. Colin Pugh come in and took Ryker's spot, and he broke his leg, and it's we just seems like Coach Elmore just keeps finding somebody else to put in there, and we just keep trudging on. So
it's remarkable. I've told this story before, but I had a junior high parent who's new to the community, and they homeschool, but their kids are playing, and he said, we were sitting watching the Gadsden City junior high game, which was, I don't know if y'all heard about it.
We heard about it.
Good night. Did you hear about it? These kids were monsters. I was like, there's no way those are seventh graders. No way.
And what team was that?
Gadsden City.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they ran up and down the field, and they were big. They looked like a junior varsity team. And he goes, so you're telling me that when these 2 or 3 years from now, these kids are going to be competitive with that team? I said, they do it somehow or another.
We do.
It's amazing how the coaches work through it and get everybody ready to go. So have y'all thought through? Have you and Crystal talked about? This is kind of you got baseball.
We got baseball.
Do y'all have any conversations about what y'all gonna do next year?
No, and he's going back to being part of the community. We just try to embed ourselves in the community, and anything that Fort Payne is kind of doing, we want to be a part of. I'm on the Chamber Board of Commerce, and want to be a part of our city. Then, and I guess when Ryker gets out of school, we'll just pick up and do a little bit more for the city. We just want Fort Payne to be the best it possibly can be, and we're so proud to be a part of it here.
So you're announcing you're running for city council?
No, I am not a politician. I will never be running for no office. There's no way.
I want to see your pool one day, because when people are working on our pool, they say, we got one that's south end of town. And then I finally said, well, whose pool is that? It's Jerrel and Crystal Ingal. Well, dang.
They invite you over, didn't
they? They've never have. I don't blame them. At least fix me a barbecue sandwich. But that pool does this and that. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a good time with that. So we had the football team there. One of the cookouts before on a Thursday night, and we done a shrimp boil for the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a good time with that.
That was Gunnersville week.
Thursday
before the Gunnersville game.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what did it.
Yeah, I missed that one too.
Yeah.
Too much shrimp.
I think we invited you guys. You just didn't show up.
We did eat shrimp in Gunnersville before the game.
Yes.
But I would have rather been there. So.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so we really don't know what life's going to look like next year. I guess it'd be a little bit different.
You're not really empty nesters, because they'll all still be close.
Yeah. You've got don't y'all have a grandbaby on?
Nope, we don't have one yet. We got one on the way.
That's right, on the way.
Yeah, Chaz and Tori, they're due in February, so man, we're super excited about that. We're gonna have a little girl.
Keep you busy there, so that.
Yeah, I guess we'll have a little cheerleader. I don't know how to raise girls. I know how to raise boys, but
teach her how to kick.
Yeah, teach her how to kick. So
Mortimer Jordan had a girl kicker?
They did. Yep. Mortimer Jordan had a girl kicker.
I don't know where my mind goes sometimes. But
you have a trivia question? You always have a trivia question.
Yeah, I do, but it may not be fair.
He always asks our guests trivia questions.
Who's the best tackler, Ryker or Chaz?
Oh,
I know you can't
compare their style.
You can't answer that. I know.
Well,
you had their stats.
Back then, I don't think Coach Ellis probably kept up with how many tackles there were. Now, Chaz from early age, you tell Chaz to run into that block wall, and he would have done it. And it was from Pee Wee up. And all the way through up to about the 9th grade was thinking, Ryker probably ain't got that. We just don't think he's got that. And all of a sudden, starting his 11th grade year,
all of a sudden he got that.
Something clicked in him, and next thing you know, Ryker was that way. So I'd say they're both, pretty close. And Ryker would probably had more tackles this year if he had
if he's actually playing.
if he got to play, because I looked at the first 3 games, I think he was 35 or 38 tackles, and he was, even up in week 5, I think Ryker was still ranked in the county in the top 10.
Wow.
So
he's a good tackler.
Yeah.
We miss him.
Yeah, we miss it too.
Because he's got to tackle some dudes too.
Yeah, and which Chaz was, the defense was just a little bit different. Ryker had a run and go at him, So,
Yeah.
But
Who's the best running back you played against? That kid from Scottsboro?
No, probably not. I'd have to say either the running back from Oxford last year or the 2 running backs from Gunnersville last year. Because one of them went and played at South Alabama, and then one of them's at another D1 school.
Yeah. I forgot where it was.
Because they were saying he had offers from like the Army and something somewhere else.
I think so.
Were you starting on defense with that kid from Cherokee County that was so big?
Oh, I was not. I was not.
That dude, we had trouble bringing him down.
Jacob Cornejo.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's playing D2 ball right now.
Is he?
He's doing pretty good. He
He
starts.
was hard to bring down. We had trouble with that. Well, what else, Steve?
Well,
We're getting close to a break, and I'm trying to think of something else we can talk about, but.
Well, guys, I really appreciate it. I appreciate whatever everything that you guys are doing here. I think it's just having this there set up for Fort Payne cities and the voice coming out. I think there's a lot of people that's really intrigued by it and listen to it.
Oh, it's intriguing for sure.
I always give a Fort Payne perspective on this show and the ball game.
Because Steve Chambers, I've been saying this for years. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. Even when he was announcing at the ball games, and I miss you being there. I mean, it's not the same anymore.
They've kind of let me loose a little bit on the radio. A little bit.
He'd say something, and I hear them all snickering up there in the press box. But we don't have that now. Hank's doing a good job, but Hank's staying right, by the book. Steve, you never know what was coming out of his mouth, and we always enjoy that.
Coach Barnes told me my last year. He said, if you just want ad lib, you won't have to do these commercials for the Alabama High School Athletic Association. I said, it's a deal because they're talking about how great they are at Alabama. And I said, this is why your tickets are jacked up to $12. And he said, if you just
say that in the stadium?
Yeah. And he said, if you just want ad lib, you won't have to read that anymore.
That's great.
Yeah, we brought him over when he covered for me at Gadsden City 2 years ago. When I was out of town for vacation, and I listened to the game, I'm like, man, I like that. And I went to Holly and I said, we need to bring Steve over. It'd be 3 of us.
And Holly said, surely we can raise the bar a little bit.
Yeah.
But now, this last week, I'm like, Steve, we brought you over here, and you had to have a little bit of a filter at the PA because you got hundreds of people sitting right there in front of you. And now he feels like this kind of
free bird.
The filter is loosened up.
Yeah, because you can't see the people on the other side of that camera, or listen to the radio. Yeah, so
David Walker's in charge of cutting that mic off. If there was a bad call, he and Mark both reached for the microphone. I said, doggone son of a gun, what the heck,
And that's the word you use?
That's what I said.
yeah.
That Athens game, when we lost on that last play of the game, and they drove 90-something yards.
Oh, that was miserable.
Hank was my spotter that game.
Was it?
Yeah.
And we just turned off the microphone and just had it. We vented.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we thank y'all. Thanks for coming. I know y'all got to get out of here, but
you got to go make a living.
But thank you. Thanks for your the gifts that you brought to Fort Payne High School. We appreciate that, and thank you for being part of the community. Hope you guys got a chance to get to know them. So, anyway, thank you for being on the show. We're going to be back. This is the top of the hour. We're going to come back. We got a whole other hour, Steve, that we got to fill.
We can do a promo to their pool.
That's true. We'll be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
Hi, this is Brian Jett, Superintendent for Fort Payne City Schools, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
My Supply is my hometown hardware store. At My Supply, I never have to wander aimlessly around the store looking for what I need. I know that when I walk through the door, I'm going to be greeted by a person and helped right away. So whether you're looking for plumbing, electrical, hand or power tools, welding supplies, standard or metric fasteners, or anything else to help with your home projects and repairs, shop My Supply on Godfrey Avenue in Northeast Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. My Supply, your hometown hardware store.
This is WZOB Fort Payne, 100.9 FM and 1250 AM.
Brian's on a water run right now, and he'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Holly wants the water.
I do. I'm thirsty. All that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All that work made me
Miss
thirsty.
Holly's got to wash her mouth out real quick from the last hour.
Oh, my goodness.
Did we
Y'all
ever
just
get on
don't
the air?
know.
Did we
Yeah,
ever-
we're on. No, yes. Yeah, we're.
And we're also live streaming on the FPTV app, so we hope you guys, however you're watching us, we're so thankful that you're watching Lunch with Bryan and Steve. That was a really good interview with Jerrel and Ryker Ingal.
Yeah, they're fun to talk to.
That was.
I always like talking to him for a game.
Well, I thought Jerrel would talk, but I wasn't sure that Ryker would. But he talked. He gave us a lot of good stuff. So.
I'll have to go back and rewatch it because I was distracted the whole time.
Oh, yes, you were. So let me get a segment sponsor in here real quick. Segment sponsor for this segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve is Southern Properties Agency. When you're buying or selling your home, you want the experience, professionalism, and integrity for which Southern Properties Agency in Fort Payne is known. Call 256-845-6000 to achieve your best possible results. Southern Properties Agency, Inc., thorough, trustworthy, experienced real estate professionals since 1992. Thank you guys for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We really appreciate it. So let's talk college football. That's what everybody wants to talk about, right, Steve?
I do.
So we got this guy, this cat right here. We barely mentioned it. Ken Williamson has been pretty well known. I mean, he's a fairly tenured SEC official. He's been there for several years, I think.
He's worked bowl games before.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be in honor of a good job.
And he has been, and can you recall a public notification of a suspension of an SEC official that was like in press release format? No. I don't know that I've ever heard of one. I'm just reaching back and trying to think through.
I think I've heard of a crew be suspended for a week or something like that.
Something like that. And this being, it says permanent suspension, which
it sounds like a firing.
I think that means fired, doesn't it?
That's what Holly told me once. You're permanently suspended during a ball game.
So Ken Williamson, and they're attributing a lot of this to that Auburn-Georgia game, where there was several missed calls. But like we said earlier, I don't believe it was because of the call in particular, but more of the handling of
the protocol
situations and stuff like that. So I think most notably would be the
clapping situation.
Yeah, the clapping timeout. So anyway, he's out. So that has, Auburn people, and there's some on message boards that I've been reading. They're kind of like, I have read, this is just, this is rumor mill stuff, that John Cohen, the AD at Auburn, and a lot of the alumni are attributing the Oklahoma game and the Georgia game to those calls, and they're not crediting Hugh Freeze with victories, but they're going like, if these things go Auburn's way in these games, there's a high chance that Auburn would be 4-2, something like that, instead of 3-4, whatever they are now. 4, and it'd be 5. They're They're 3 and
I
5.
think they're three. They might be three and four right now.
Yeah, so they would be 5 and 2. So they're saying, well, if you take that away, and so there was some really.
Well, they should win at Arkansas this week.
Yeah, should. Yeah, not going the way that Auburn fans wanted it to. What do you think about Alabama's turned things around? What do you think? I haven't watched a whole lot of Alabama, to be honest with you. I haven't watched a whole lot of college football because I don't really want to see Auburn doing their stuff. But you feel like Alabama's catching their stride now?
They are offensively. Defense is good. They're still going to give up a gash play or two, and then they'll turn around and have a 99-yard pick six. So, that was.
You can handle that. That'll be all right.
Yeah, I ran every step of the way with it. No, I was
you said you
just sitting there watching it.
So who's the biggest threat?
Jerrel told me that was the loudest he'd ever heard that stadium.
Really?
On that pick six. Yeah, he was there.
It was a loud one.
So I've heard it loud before, but that's a good one, especially when a lot has to do with who you're playing.
Yeah, well, that's a big rivalry.
Yeah.
What is so? Who are the top 2 teams you think, by your estimation? You've seen more college football than I have in the SEC right now.
In the
best
SEC.
2 teams: Georgia, Alabama.
Yeah, even though it's A&M hadn't lost an SEC game, I don't believe. But
they look. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention. They're playing some pretty good football.
They got
good defense.
They have good defense. Their offense is touch and go, whereas Alabama's defense is touch and go.
Yeah, yeah.
But Georgia, to me, they're just so mentally tough.
Mm-hmm.
They're never out of anything.
You got Georgia, Alabama,
A&M. Then
LSU's fading. Heck, you might have to put Vandy right there.
Well, Vandy's tough out.
They're playing
Ole
good.
Miss is good.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's good.
Yeah.
It's a gauntlet. I don't think anybody's going undefeated in the SEC.
Yeah, LSU's fading.
And, Kentucky took Texas to overtime.
Yeah. Texas kind of has fallen a lot.
Offensively.
Yeah, they don't.
If Arch Manning was named Arch Kirkendall or something, he wouldn't. Anyway, nothing against anybody. Nothing against anybody named Kirkendall, but that's just
because of the name.
Or Arch Chambers. If it's Arch Chambers, they wouldn't mean anything. But Arch Manning,
Well, he is related to the Mannings.
But he's saying that.
I'm just saying, if he had a different last name, he wouldn't be as highly regarded.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's probably true, I guess.
If his name was Arch Arnold.
Yeah. Or arch enemy, whatever.
Yeah.
So we got Ohio State's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Oregon's looking pretty good.
They run a unique defense, but they got the dudes to do it.
Nationally speaking, those are close to most of them.
Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana's a dark horse.
They went to Oregon and won, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
So you got to give them credit for that.
Nobody else in the Big Ten, though, seems to be pushing really hard that I'm aware of.
Oh, that's really the big
ACC, nothing. Miami lost.
Yeah.
But I guess they're still. Is Louisville any good to beat Miami?
No, they were good enough to beat Miami.
Oh, I know.
Florida State's awful.
Golly.
I stayed up and watched them in Stanford, and it went down to the last play of the game, and they got stopped short. They threw a pass and they got called for pass interference in the end zone, so they got put on the 2-yard line. I thought, well, they're going to end up winning this game, but Stanford stopped them.
Wow.
So
what are they now?
Stanford did what Alabama couldn't.
Does that make you mad now that Alabama lost to them?
It made me mad when they lost to them. Now it's even like, what the heck?
Well,
I think Auburn's got the defense to be in any game.
I think they do.
I don't think it's on.
You've got to be able to score points.
Alabama, Auburn. It'd probably be a what?
It'll
line
be a close game because it's in Auburn. It'll be a close game. I don't think Auburn will win it, but it'll be a close game. So
I don't know how. I know you can pass on them, but you got to get the pass off first.
Yeah,
they got pass rushers all over the place.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good on that. So I got something I want to show to you guys. You're
gonna shoot us?
Shoot us. So this happened the other night. If I can get it to pull up, maybe. No, come on. Oh, come on, show. Let me do this. Let me exit out of here and go to here.
I'm familiar with that stadium.
Oh, it's not going to let me play it. Well, hang on just a second. Maybe. Come on. Let me do this. Try it this way. Y'all are seeing this live on the air. We'll see what we can do here. Oh, I know what I need to do. Hang on. Stay with me. Here we go.
Okay, now we got it up there.
All right. You ready, Holly?
I'm ready. Let's see it.
So this is the
JV game?
yeah.
Looks like two high school teams, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is a blast. Here we go. All right, we'll go back. So this is JV game against Etowah. Let me. So, come on, pause.
Okay. JV against Etowah.
And that guy right there, catching that touchdown pass for his first career touchdown pass, is Isaac.
Isaac Northcutt.
I'm trying to get this to pause.
Okay, let's see.
He went up and got it.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have zoomed in on him.
Let's see. Can y'all see that on the?
Can you
that's
see
it
it
right
well?
there.
You're going to have to,
In the
yep.
slot.
In
Okay.
the slot.
He's not really
We need those
tight
yellow.
end. He's
There
not
he
really
is.
a tight end, is he?
Do what?
He's not really a tight
He
end.
is.
Woo, way to go,
He's a
Isaac.
tight end. Yep, that's him.
That's awesome.
His first career touchdown. So, let's watch it one more time. One of the students had to go to the restroom.
He really got excited watching this, didn't he?
That's awesome, Brian.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Isaac.
Hey, I was driving over to the stadium and going, man, come on, Lord. Just one touchdown. Give him just one. Because he's worked so hard and tried to
That's a confidence builder
improve,
right there.
improve his game, and he got it. Little skinny post.
Does he get a little something on his helmet or something? What are
I don't
those
know.
things on the
stickers,
helmets?
I don't know. I don't think they do stickers now.
Isn't that what they used to do? Like
yeah,
big
we
plays?
used to have stickers on our helmets. So.
Yeah, for what?
Anyway.
Like big
We used
plays?
to just have
or-
yellow dots.
Yeah.
Or are they just like big plays? I mean, what did they indicate exactly?
If you're on the field when you scored, you got one. If
Oh,
you had
okay.
had a good play.
So
you got
everybody, not just the guy who scores, everybody gets
Yes,
a.
ma'am.
one. On a touchdown, yes,
Okay.
everybody is out there. On ours, anyway.
Well, that's a polka dotted helmet. Sometimes, I mean, really, a lot of those.
Well, you know, Ohio State, they get their little Buckeyes on there. Sometimes you can see their helmet for
Yeah, so really excited for him.
That's fun.
He's worked very hard, and I try to. I mentioned something on the Cat Chat. You'll watch it if we see it this week about mentioning him, and so I try to be. You know, although it doesn't always appear this way, I try to be professional.
I gave up.
So I have intentionally, on purpose, attempted to just not talk about my son and not to try to make reference to him because, you know, it's nepotism or whatever you want to call it. So, but with that, he has really improved. And I mean, to the point where he's going to have an opportunity to contribute next year as a junior. And I'm excited about that for him because he's really worked hard at kind of honing his craft and being able to play. Because he's going to have to play where Jaden Jackson's playing this year. And Coach Elmore is wanting to do more true tight end sets where it's hand in the dirt right next to the tackle. And so he's been going with the offensive line during practices recently just to learn some pass block, some run block kind of skill sets and things like that. And so he needs to put some more weight on, but he's getting big enough to be a true tight end, which is remarkable.
That's great. I mean, they got some kids coming up that are going to help.
Well, I've watched enough of the junior varsity stuff to see, like Eli Goggins, last year and this year, you can see a marked difference in how much he improved. And it showed the other night with that touchdown, kickoff return for a touchdown. And
Oh, yeah.
those younger kids, and you watch them from one year to the next, and you go, man, they just don't have it yet. And then all of a sudden they do. And it's that development that I think is unique to Fort Payne.
That's what Jerrel was thinking about Ryker. He just ain't got that yet.
Yeah.
And then he
yeah.
got it.
And then all of a sudden he did. So anyway, it's time for another commercial break. We're going to be right back. We've got more of Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Do you need to declutter? Wish you could free up some valuable space at work or home? Hillier Mini Storage has climate control units available, and all their units are gated for maximum protection. You can also store your stuff at home with their Max Steel storage buildings for sale. Just come by Hillier Mini Storage on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 4. And while you're there, be sure to check out play sets for the kids. Store your stuff with Hillier Mini Storage.
This is Paul Crawford from The Locals, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB.
Bryan and Steve, episode 34. We had Jerrel and Ryker Ingal in studio earlier. We're excited to have those guys on as guests. This segment, sponsor for this segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve, is First Fidelity Bank. First Fidelity Bank, serving DeKalb County and surrounding communities since 1965 with offices in Fort Payne, Rainsville, and Ider. First Fidelity Bank can help you with all your banking needs, including online banking with bill pay, mobile banking with mobile capture, and more. Locally owned and operated, First Fidelity Bank offers family-style service. Visit one of our convenient locations or go to bankffb.com. That's First Fidelity Bank, sponsors of Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Steve was showing me during the break. You want to show everybody else out there?
No.
Your little certificate?
6,187 observations for the...
Is that you got a reward for
the
that?
rain gauge, yeah, because that's apparently 17 years.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
17 years
without missing a day.
Really?
But now, like if you're on vacation, you come back and you do multi-day.
Okay.
But otherwise.
Well, show your little piece of paper there.
Yeah, it's suitable.
You got to be proud of that.
It's
DK8.
Yeah, it's suitable for framing.
Little bitty frame.
That makes him official right there. Right there it is.
Yeah, that's it.
So
that's what old people do.
Does it ever occur to you? You go, man, I don't care that I'm this old that this matters to me, or you ever go, wow, I can't believe I'm this old that this matters to me?
That would be B. Letter B. Oh, that.
So ALDK8, 6,187 observations. We really appreciate all that you do for us. They meant that, Steve.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
Please let us know if we can do anything to make your Coco-Ra HS.
Cucaras.
Is that what that is?
Well, Coco-Ras.
Coco-Ras.
Like Cocoa Crust.
What does that stand for?
Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Sleet. And
Golly.
Roll Tide. I don't know what it is.
Make your Coco-Ras experience any better.
Your Coco-Ras.
Yeah,
thanks again.
They could buy me the rain gauge. I have to buy my own rain gauge. Come on now. That's about $25-$30.
Is this a government agency?
It is.
Oh boy, that's why they should have plenty of money.
Well, it started out in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and it was private. But then NOAA and the National Weather Service has jumped in.
Yeah.
And since they're government entities, I guess you could say that. So
17 years, man. You did that and the PA in the stadium for both the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But you quit the PA, so.
Yeah, well, I got to work with you. So.
Too good a deal to turn down.
Here's the competition between DK8 and DK9 for October.
All right, let's see. How are we stacking up?
Well, DK9 is 1.39 inches, and up in the High Point community, we got 1.14 inches.
Oh.
I'm gonna start peeing in it. Get a little extra. I'm sorry, Holly.
I'm sorry. I'm still so distracted back here.
Is it? I mean, you're taking it serious, right?
Like it's really not a competition. You can't help it, right? I feel like,
come
dang.
on. God, could you please help me beat DK9?
And he skips part of the time, and he's still got more rating.
So it's competitive to you.
Yeah, it's competitive. It shouldn't be. I said, you can't help how much rain he gets. So.
I thought, well, I sitting there going, first couple of times we talked about it, I thought he's just goofing off, and I think, no, I think he is.
I like it.
I want to whip DK9.
Yeah. It's hard for you to get up the steps, and you get competitive about what you can be competitive with.
Are you competitive with like DK7 or DK10?
No, I just noticed this one always has more, so I started to pay more attention to that. There's 9. There's 9 in DeKalb County.
He's the last one.
There's one.
Is it region based?
Yeah.
Or it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or is it first one in gets number 1?
Like when I click in at 7 a.m., there you see in Northwest Georgia. Of course, a lot of people pick 7 a.m. for some reason. But in Northwest Georgia, it'd be 6 our time when they do it. And then you see Southeast Tennessee and on over into Madison County and down to Etowah County. That's all I can see. I mean, you can click on the whole entire map. But
are you competitive like that with SOS? Like we've served this many people and y'all haven't served anybody.
No. Not really. Although, I'm not even going to go there.
He's about to say it and he realized, wait a minute, everybody's going to hear this.
Yeah, we don't advertise.
So you said, how far behind are you from DK9?
20
on October.
23 100s.
23 100s.
Yeah, and we're going to get rain Sunday and Monday, so here we go. Come on, baby.
Oh, my word.
So funny. Oh, me. So what else we got to talk about, Steve? We talked about the top fat trophy. We talked about the.
Well, we got a government shutdown going on.
Oh, how about that? Yeah.
Luckily, I don't think that's affected my life. I got my Social Security check.
That should be all you need to know. Is when the government shuts down and it does not affect your life, that should tell you.
But I know it is affecting some people's lives.
It is.
And SNAP, that the food for people get government food agencies get food, and we get food from them sometimes too. Some of their apparently they may run out of funds to help the people, so that may our food pantry might see even more business.
An arrangement? Have you heard anything, Holly? Do you know?
Yeah, I was just listening. It just the same song, second verse, every day.
Usually there's some kind of.
I don't see how Obamacare is this big sticking point.
Is that what it is?
It is. Well, I thought it was. It was all the things that Trump took out, right? All the
from Obamacare.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, like $1 trillion worth of stuff. That they're wanting back in. And so it just seems like holding America hostage is perfectly fine with them. If people hurt, it's perfectly fine with them because they think the Republicans are going to get blamed because we control the...
So they're playing politics for people's lives?
Wow, what? My goodness. How could they?
What, does it seem fair? Maybe, I just fell off the turnip truck, but is it fair that the people responsible for this are still getting paid?
Are they?
Yes.
Are they all getting paid?
I believe so.
Well, that is not fair. I was listening to Cassie out of Kentucky. Have you ever heard this guy? No. He said, these big omnibus bills, they're not supposed to be doing that anyway. They're supposed to be passing 12 smaller bills. Anyway, I listened to him, and I just think, golly, he makes so much sense. If they would have just passed 12 smaller bills, they couldn't hold America hostage like this. But they want to pass this big omnibus bill because he says it gives more power to a few up top and less power to the rest of the. It's all a power thing.
Concept, Steve. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I know. So. But they just,
I've been reading that book, Confronting the Presidents.
Yeah.
And there's really hardly anything new under the sun.
No.
This went on forever. It's been going on forever.
It really is a testament
to... It's just covered by more media.
Yeah.
The construct of our country that you see people desperately trying to seize control of stuff and can't do it. So nobody can accumulate enough power to overrun our government. Therefore, it reinforces how strong it was and how it was created. Balance of power keeping everybody spread out, keeping all the power spread out as far as you possibly could. And that's why honestly, we're fortunate enough to have a government shutdown, because North Korea is not going to have a government shutdown.
No.
China's not going to have a government shutdown. So the fact that we're having a government shutdown proves the strength of how this country was founded, and the ability to right wrongs, to maximize freedom for individuals. And it's hard, teaching your kids that is difficult. When you go to Washington, D.C., and my kids, my younger ones, he's in middle school, Lewis, in middle school, you go to the Lincoln Memorial, and the pillars of the Lincoln Memorial are 20 feet in diameter. The pillars, 20 feet, is that fair? 15 feet in diameter?
What now?
The pillars. Like you go down to a church here in town,
Yeah.
and you can almost wrap your hand around the pillars that are on the front of a church.
Yeah.
Well, the Lincoln Memorial, they're like, Dad, these buildings are huge. They are enormous. And they're like, why is it so big? I said, that's how government does it. Like they're going to make the biggest, most expensive, most obtrusive. It gums everything up. And
Well, that reminds me that our friends on the other side of the aisle, they're all up in arms about President Trump making a ballroom.
I was thinking about the same thing. Yeah.
did you see the Babylon Bee on that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my
Oh, you
goodness.
didn't bring it.
I didn't bring it.
What did they say?
But it's not taxpayer money.
No, he's getting it privately funded. He
Yeah.
said, the Babylon Bee said, construction crew discovers 1,500 more kilograms of cocaine in the demolition. And so, what Biden's boy?
Hunter. Oh, yeah, he was on there saying, I can't believe the immorality of this. What?
Maybe that was the Babylon Bee's response to that.
That's funny.
The immorality of building a ballroom as opposed to snorting cocaine in the White House.
That is funny.
Oh, Hunter Biden. Man, it's a blast. So Trump just doesn't seem to be interested in anybody's politics. He's just plowing ahead. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. He's going to plow ahead and do what he thinks he's going to do.
And they were mad about the AI of him in a fighter jet dropping excrement
Oh, that was fun. Using
on
the
the people. They
Yeah.
said, could you? And then they, like on the View, they're talking about like it really happened. They said, can you believe he dropped excrement on the people? It's a parody. Oh, Mom, go eat some ribs and get over it.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I saw Tom McDonald say, because the guy who wrote Danger Zone, wasn't that the song that was playing in that parody? Danger Zone?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That
he was not
good.
happy about that song being used, so Tom said, I got a song that you can use. And, he's yeah.
Trump, he is.
He looks really weird, but I kind of like him,
He
Tom
is,
McDonald.
Yeah, it's a mess. All right, I think it's time for another commercial break, and we'll run through Steve's list when we get back. You're listening or watching to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll be right back.
So long. Cheers. Adios. Bye, Felicia. Don't let the door hit you.
More and more people are saying goodbye to pests with Safe Solutions Plus LLC. And it's no wonder with their top-notch customer service, quality products, and lower prices. And now with their new website, it's never been easier to manage your pest control service with Safe Solutions Plus. Just visit sspestandtermite.com to view your billing details, make payments online, and review past services. Family-owned and operated, Safe Solutions Plus is located at 934 Main Street West in Rainsville. Call 256-638-7378. Safe Solutions Plus, protecting homes and businesses one solution at a time.
Okay then. Bye.
This is Trisha Dunn with the City of Fort Payne, and I love listening to WZOB and the Bryan and Steve Show.
No matter the season, there's always a great sale at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors with all the brand names you love. Patagonia, Uggs, North Face, Bourne, Columbia, and much, much more. The best quality shoes in town can only be found at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors. And don't forget about Little River hats and tees. Drop by Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, Saturdays from 9 to 3, or Sunday from 12 to 5. Located in downtown Fort Payne. Shop local at Fort Payne Footworks and Outdoors.
Sorry, 12.
All right, we are back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, WZOB and FPTV, 1250 AM, 100.9 FM. You can catch us live on Facebook. You can catch us on the FPTV app. We're live streaming there. So thankful for all of our sponsors and everybody in the segment sponsors. This segment sponsor is Northcutt Real Estate, which is actually related to me. My wife runs Northcutt Real Estate. We are actually, and she's going to get, we're going to try to get her on the show one day to talk about a new subdivision. And so building some houses in Fort Payne, trying to get some of the housing needs of Fort Payne moving. So we've discussed it and we're going to try to get things going. We're really close to getting started on the first house.
Can you tell us where it's going to be?
I can tell you where it's going to be. It's going to be called The Grove, and it is over on Godfrey Avenue that backs up to Sola Circle. The big tree right before you get to the church on the corner. There's a big area of trees back there. It's about 9 acres, 10 acres. And we're started to clear some of the land, so you can see some of it being cleared there. We're going to build a couple of houses, 6 houses on the street, and then we're going to work our way back.
So it's kind of similar to Solar Circle.
Yes, yeah.
Not only close to it, but
yeah,
it's
it'll be similar. It'll be, I'm not sure the sizes on that front row. I think they're 1,500 to 1,700 square foot. But I'll let Claire come in and clarify all of that when she has a chance.
Claire clarify.
Claire can clarify.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
Northcutt Real Estate, sponsors of Lunch with Bryan and Steve. So thankful for them for sponsoring the show. Did want to mention just a couple of things. Steve, we're going to get to your stuff. We had some kids. So the Players of the Week, Coach Elmore here. So Eli Goggins, we saw if you guys watched the game Friday night on FPTV, and hopefully you did, had a touchdown return. Or a kickoff return.
So you take one to the house, you get a Player of the Week.
That's right. You get a Player of the Week, and then Jaden Jackson, who had made the move from tackle last year to tight end, and then Jimmy Bassett. Jimmy's playing really good football right now.
You call his name all the time.
He is playing really solid on the inside. Moved from end, made the same move Coach Elmore said that Parker Wilson did last year, from end down to tackle, and he's been holding his own up there. Him and Cam Davis and Trent Geis and Isaiah Morgan and. Well, Great House is on the end, opposite of Mason Chandler.
Yeah, Mason shows up every week.
Yeah, he's a baller. He'll be hard to replace.
Working on his red shirt, too.
Man, what if you could do that, Steve? That would be fantastic. If you could red shirt some of these kids. So, we mentioned this at the top of the show. Before we get to that, Steve, the little
gambling
ring that was going on here. Did you go
on
by there?
Galt?
Did you patronize that?
I had just left.
No, listen, there three different locations on Galt. Do you think that they just didn't know it was illegal?
Yeah. That's what it was.
I mean, it's just right there in the open. It's just out in the open. You know, what?
Yeah,
like they're not going to get
Forge
caught.
Creek Indians get upset.
They didn't even take it out to like a field somewhere. They just put it right on Galt Avenue.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are those
stickers?
There's a lot of traffic here.
Your brother would know that. What do those stickers mean, you know? Is that just evidence marking? That's a lot of money in machines, too.
I bet it is.
What, didn't they say like $7,500?
B17, B18. Is that just evidence stickers?
I guess. I really don't know. But you think, you get all these people coming in. There's way too many people know about it. So
there's no way you keep that a secret.
I don't know if they thought that through or not.
I wonder if somebody posted on Facebook, look what I won.
The picture of the guy that was like the 20-year-old guy.
20-year-old
You think he's a
from Albertville.
fall guy?
I mean, like 20
years old. Really? 3? I mean.
Well, he's not. He's
not alone for sure.
You said the fall guy?
Yeah, the fall guy.
I believe that to be true.
Pretty true.
I wonder if he's having the.
You think we should be talking about this?
I don't know.
We're going to get in trouble?
Well, they posted it online.
I'm not talking about with the police. I mean,
we don't know anything.
Somebody's name Sylvan calls. What's he going to
I'll
do?
get that off there real quick so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of
anyway.
people on Facebook were saying, why didn't somebody tell me about that? I would have gone. Oh, man, I missed it.
Maybe we need
Like you,
Nathaniel
Laura.
Ledbetter back on
That's
here
right,
and
it's
see if we
funding
can
public
legalize
schools.
that. Yeah.
And then, and then other people are like, well, they're just going to go to Georgia and do it,
That's true.
I mean, that's what we said about when we went wet, right? Well, we're just going to.
Well, I saw a lot of people, putting down the police department, say they don't make the law, they just enforce it. So.
They're putting them down for
Yeah,
for arrest.
they're picking on that poor guy. Oh, good job, FP.
Yes. You don't know what you're talking about.
I know when my brother was in, he was a sergeant with the troopers. He wanted it to go wet because he says it's a whole lot easier to enforce, and it's a lot safer because you're not driving back after getting a bunch of beers and coming back.
Because everybody waits till they get to the house.
Yeah, we'll just
before
wait.
they crack open.
We'll just wait. Put it in the cooler.
It's like when you go to the chicken finger place. I was going to say it, but they're not a sponsor.
Or French fries.
French fries, and you reach in the bag and grab one. That's what.
Yeah.
You don't do that with beer, do you?
You stick it in the trunk like you're supposed to. What are you talking about?
Of
Is that from
course.
experience?
No.
That's what Holly does.
Holly,
No
you'll tell
experience.
us your experience?
No, my experience has to do with my brother and knowing what he did. My dad had to go down and.
Do you realize how much money went to
Bail
Menlo,
him out.
Georgia?
No, but it did.
It was a lot. A lot of it. And the people who lived in Mentone, well, they had the easy access. You
Just slide down the hill, yeah.
When did Fort Payne go wet? A long time ago, right?
When was it? 04? How long has it been
I
wet?
think it might have been before that.
Was it?
I'm not sure.
It was still dry when I left in 91
I was a poll worker for that.
for that election.
Oh, that's right. It had to have been dry in '94, I think. Oh, the last June Jam because they were still checkers.
Channel 19 came by and said, well, what do you think? I said, well, I don't, nobody told me how they voted. I don't know. But I said, I got a feeling it may go this time. And it did.
So anyway, the big bust in Fort Payne
Yep.
happened.
Big gambling bust.
The gambling ring.
Who you for in the World Series?
Who's in this? Dodgers and
The Blue Jays. I say this means a lot to you.
There's no way I could care less.
Okay.
Probably, I'm typically an anti-dynasty kind of guy, and the Dodgers seem to just be willing to spend money like crazy. Probably the Blue Jays. Are they a smaller market team?
Toronto.
Toronto.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
don't have the big guns like the Yankees and the Dodgers.
They don't have the
Payroll.
the $1 billion payroll.
Yeah.
But they're.
Who do they have? I don't even know who's playing right now. I think Shohei.
Got Guerrero's their main guy. And
Vlad.
Then the Dodgers.
He's a junior, right? It's the guy that was with the Expos back in the 80s. Isn't that his son?
Is that right? Okay.
Vladimir Guerrero?
Yeah, and they got a good bullpen. But what they'll need against the Dodgers?
Yeah, my goodness.
Tawny and Freeman and Mookie Betts, and they just got a Hall of Fame, literally a Hall of Fame lineup.
There was what happened in that last? What did Shohei do in that last game? I heard it was
He
just
pitched
unbelievable. 6
scoreless innings and had like 2 or 3 home runs, I think.
Yeah, they were calling it the greatest postseason game in the
Yeah.
history of the major leagues because he pitched 6 scoreless innings and had 3 home runs. You don't hear outside outside of Little League baseball.
Yeah.
That is unheard of.
Yeah.
I mean, or some high schoolers. Sometimes you'll see that.
Yeah,
you don't see that in the major leagues.
Yeah, I thought I just saw something on Facebook, like make pitchers hit again or something. Is there a call to get pitchers back
Well,
behind
maybe
them?
he would be a good one.
Yeah, because he can do everything. Usually, you don't want your pitchers hitting. Tom Glavine could hit. Bob Gibson could hit.
Guy from Auburn, Tim Hudson, could hit. He was a
Yeah.
good ball player all around at Auburn,
Mhm.
but then he just went pitching.
And that's why, right? They spend all. Why is it that you don't want your pitchers to hit? Because you
Well,
want to
they-
spend all their time
Yeah,
practicing.
they don't take a lot of batting practice.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
certainly not anymore. Anyway.
They zero in on hitting. I mean, on pitching, and they don't want them doing anything else. So if they could hit back when the National League had pitchers bat,
Yeah.
then you'd see occasionally you'd see a guy that was athletic enough that could do it. But most of the time they were so focused on their pitching that they didn't have any time left to worry about hitting.
Middle East peace agreement.
That's falling through, isn't
So, well, they're still shooting at each other some, but it's not like it was.
it? What did Trump say?
And I was wondering what they were going to protest now, but now it's a ballroom. So
A ballroom
Yeah.
that he's paying for with his own money.
Now, Trump brokering, and he didn't even get a mention at Nobel Peace Prize, right? He
Right.
didn't even talk about it.
Well, the winner mentioned him.
Did he? I didn't see
She.
that. Did she?
Yeah. She
did, Like in
she
a good
dedicated
way?
it to him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
went on to say that he should have won it.
Yeah.
So now she's got a friend for life now.
Yeah, she
he'll
does.
Love her.
Yeah.
He'll have her over to the White House. And it is remarkable, though, that he gets that signed, and
Nothing.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's agenda all over the place.
Yeah. It carries no real weight to anybody who. Yeah. Anyway.
But is it holding true, or is it Hamas starting to break it?
Well, Israel showed the Hamas coming toward their soldiers and then getting blown up, but that didn't really break the truce necessarily. But it's just they're not playing well with others right now.
I heard that as soon as the treaty was signed or whatever, that Hamas started killing Palestinians, like civilians. Is that right? Am I wrong?
Hamas started killing Palestinians?
I think so.
That's like an inter-squad game, isn't it?
Well, maybe I'm wrong, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. That was like
Maybe they did.
like
I
a
don't
off
know.
the wall, but I thought they started killing people.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that there was some. I mean, you're dealing with people who are not honorable when it comes to agreement.
I know, right?
So-
As soon as that, I was like, "This is not going to last." Why do we think this is going to
you
last?
want us to shoot at people? Sure. Give me
Yeah,
the pen. I'll sign that
sure.
real quick. Here you go. We won't shoot at anybody. I promise.
Like there's not like a UN peacekeeping force over there, is there?
Yeah.
Or
But
is
I
there?
did
don't
read
know.
something where Trump basically said that he will completely obliterate Hamas if they
Break the treaty.
If they break the treaty and they start
I
going
would,
rogue.
I would definitely believe him.
And Harold says, okay.
Sounds good to me. All right. Well, what do we got, Steve? We got a couple of minutes left in this segment. Let's start on your list of things. What day of the year is it?
296.
296. How many till Christmas?
We got 69 to go, so that'd be 62 till Christmas.
62 days
No,
till Christmas.
63.
63
'Cause
days.
it's on a Thursday.
Golly.
Wow.
Sunrise.
It is 9 weeks from today.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Have you got my present yet? Yeah, you did. I got a new.
Oh,
You got a
yes,
new
yes.
headset.
You did get your present. It
Yeah.
came in. Yeah.
So now
Steve's
I
been.
can't just hear people in
Right.
one ear. When
Poor-
I take it off, the ear hurts. I say, well, I don't even know what's going on here, but I'm sure Holly doesn't.
Poor Steve from the very beginning. He's had to endure a janky headset.
Yeah, just quit breathing. That's all I ask.
And so now he's got the newest.
Yeah.
It's nice.
The sunrise
Fancy.
sunrise 6:55, sunset 5:58.
When does time change?
First Sunday in November.
Okay.
Is it?
It's kind of late this year, isn't it?
Finally.
They keep saying.
So now when I usually go out to mow at 4:30, it's going to be dark.
I kind of like that fallback though.
Yeah, I had one more hour of sleep. Today is Boston cream pie day.
Well, where's mine?
Wherever mine
Does Martha
is.
make a Boston
Look at
cream
it.
pie?
I don't think she has done
We need
that.
another
I bet
cinnamon
she
roll.
could do it though.
Could you bring us another cinnamon roll?
Yes, I will do that.
That is unbelievable.
I will do that.
One a month. That's all I can do.
Gary Brecka. Just remember Gary Brecka.
On this day in 1973, President Nixon agreed to turn over subpoenaed audio tapes for Oval White House conversations. Don't do it, President Nixon.
You know, it's
Don't do
funny
it.
now. When we rode bikes, we went from the National Mall up to Georgetown, and you ride right by the Watergate Hotel. So it still looks the same. I mean, it's
Does it?
still the same.
Since the 70s?
Yeah, it didn't look any different. And I wanted to tell the kids about it, but I was like, there's no way they're going to even follow this. Plus, in today's
I was about to say.
in today's culture,
That's
that would
nothing.
not have made any headline at all. Like, what happened there?
That's like, no kidding. That's standard operating procedure.
Oh,
Poor Richard.
I know
Yeah.
it. He got the raw end of that deal because there's plenty others that have done way worse.
In this date in 2001, the iPod was demonstrated and went on sale the next day for $399.
Is that
the
right?
iPod.
$399.
Yeah, now this might be interesting, or I'll be thrown off the air. I don't know which. If you were born on October 3rd, you were probably conceived the week of January 30th. I don't know why that's in there exactly. And this is.
It always goes back to that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just. I just want to catch you off guard. See if you're listening.
I'm sorry, I wasn't. I missed that.
I'll make a short out of it and put it up on YouTube.
This is National Mole Day. Well, what's
mole?
Mole.
Like little baby moles?
A mole is
a person in the government
this is
rats out somebody else.
Yeah, it might be. You just can't honor them. You have to blur their face out. A mole defines the atomic weight of a molecule or chemical in grams expressed as 6.02 1023, hence 1023, October 23rd.
That
See,
kind
that
of
was
mole.
one of those.
That's
that
like
was the
pie,
last one.
a
You
pie
said
day.
mole. I thought, well, okay, is it mole? Is it a mole?
M-O-L-E.
Or is it like a secret agent mole? But it wasn't any of those.
Right.
So how many definitions of mole are there? Is there any more than that?
No, well, it goes into greater detail about the chemist thing, but I couldn't even pretend I know what that was talking about.
You got Star Wars Day. You've got
Today?
Pie Day. You've got Mole Day, which is what's the number?
1023. Well, it's 6 point and then a few numbers and ends 1023, and so this is October 23rd.
I tell you, this is riveting radio.
And,
we got Pie Day.
Yeah.
March the 14th.
We got to go to commercial.
Do we? Oh, we do. See, that is riveting radio. All right, we'll be right back. We got one more segment with Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
Hey, it's Chris Stewart, the voice of the Crimson Tide, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB Radio. Roll Tide.
Rawson Pools is eliminating every reason why you can't have your very own. No cash on hand? There's financing available at Rawson Pools. Ground too rocky? Rawson Pools is installing hybrid above-ground pools with 14-gauge steel panels, making it more durable and cost-effective than your average above-grounder. Check out their Facebook page to see what 30 years of pool installation experience can give you. Call 256-638-5904 to take the plunge. And always visit Rawson Pool and Supply Store in Rainsville for all your pool supply and accessory needs. Rawson Pools, the pool professionals.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, final segment. We're going to get all this tech stuff. Sorry about the technology problems. One of these days, we're going to hire out a crew. We'll have our own studio. We'll be on the top of some skyscraper broadcasting this, and some peon behind the desk will be the one to have to be worried about all this stuff. One of these days, Steve.
One of these days, when I'm long gone.
If we continue to roll, which we need sponsorship to do that,
right.
so
any of you guys
give me a
out there,
call.
any businesses that want to sponsor the show, we'd love to have you on board.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Steve, what else we got for your list?
Well, this might be interesting to now that you're in the TV business.
Yes, TV professional.
This day in 1956, NBC broadcast the first videotape recording. It was of Jonathan Winters. Do you remember him?
Yeah,
he was
comedian.
funny. On the one little thing in 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis started. You remember this day?
I know
when we
enough
found
about it.
Russian missiles, satellite
Cuba.
photographs in Cuba. Yeah. And then we had to blockade.
There
them.
is somebody's just now doing. It's not a movie. Is there a new documentary coming out about that?
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
I thought I saw.
I'd watch it if it
maybe
is.
Amazon Prime, something where it walks through that. I've seen that recently. I don't know what it was.
It got close, getting bad.
I'm interested in a new documentary that's out right now that probably I will get hate mail for. liking it. Anyway, it's called the MLK Project. I think I told you about this. Very interesting stuff. Chad O. Jackson, if anybody's interested in checking him out.
What is it on?
Martin Luther King.
I mean, what's the platform it's on?
Yuck! It's really hard to find. I had to download on my phone. Patreon, yeah, Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, or if you have like YouTube, something on YouTube. Anyway, you can download. You subscribe to his channel.
For some reason, my Facebook feed keeps throwing up Tucker Carlson's 9/11 conspiracy, which he's kind of gone. Something's going on in our country with some people, like Candace Owens is this way.
She's very conspiracy. Like, she didn't believe we went to the moon.
I know.
Does she believe in professional wrestling? That's just a joke I heard before.
I like Candace. I really like her, but
she's convinced that the
it's an inside job with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, the Charlie Kirk murder was, and she's got and Tucker Carlson seems to be heading that. So there is, I guess, if you're around it enough, there is some conspiracy stuff going on. I don't have any doubt that there is collusion amongst people over certain things, but I guess you run up on it on accident, maybe. But
and you get down a rabbit hole. Like, have you ever looked into the whole moon landing thing?
Yeah, I've heard enough about it, but I know they did make a video on a set that was to replace the actual footage if the actual footage wasn't available.
Really?
They've made it clear that was there, but then people use that to say, they faked it.
Yeah, that does sound kind of fishy.
But they did say, it's weird. There's enough. I think my opinion, this is just my opinion for what it's worth, is that is a tactic of Satan to confuse people enough so that when something actually does happen,
you don't know if you can believe it.
You don't know if it's made up, and I think that's where AI is heading.
Oh my
that
goodness.
All of that will be used as a tool when the end of time hits, that everybody can explain away the stuff. Because you read Revelation back in the 80s, you read Revelation, you go, well, it'll be very clear to people when this stuff happens that Jesus is coming back and there's the return of Christ and all these things. It's just going to be so obvious. Well, now with the technology the way it is, it makes it so cloudy that you can deep fake videos where you can have people who look like they're doing stuff that they didn't do.
Right. I watch have y'all seen the Elon Musk AI videos? Have y'all seen? Y'all haven't seen those? They're really good. I mean, whoever's writing them, I thought, wow, that's good. But that doesn't look real to me. Like, kind of tell, you can kind of tell that it's
some
AI.
Some of them are getting real. They look very real.
Yeah.
So,
I think you're right.
Maybe Holly will find this interesting.
Is it about rain gauges?
No.
Okay. All right. There's a chance. Go ahead.
I hope there's a drought just at your house. Have you ever heard of Frank Gusenberg?
I have not.
Okay.
Is he a spy?
He's a quarterback for the Vikings.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like that, yeah. He backed up Joe Cap, and I know nobody listening remembers him. After taking 14 bullets from Al Capone's gang in the Valentine's Day Massacre, Northside mobster Frank Gusenberg told police, "No one shot me," as he lay dying. I just thought, he's taking one for the team. Isn't he?
What do you care at that point?
He wouldn't even talk even then.
That's commitment right there.
Is.
No one shot me.
I guess he's protecting his family from.
Well, that could be it too.
So
Gusenberg.
What was that massacre about? What was the Valentine's Day Massacre? I've heard of it.
Al Capone was getting rid of a rival gang.
Okay.
On Valentine, it was literally on Valentine's Day. They just lined them up. They were going to pat them down with Tommy guns. And Johnny Carson was born on this day in 1925. He was my all-time favorite.
He was 100 years old.
Died in 2005. He was funny. If you still watch, there's the best of Carson is.
It's a channel, isn't it?
Yes, a channel. I go to that more than I want to admit.
I actually saw him in studio.
Did you?
On a show back in 92, 1. sometime early
Well, he
90s.
retired in like May of
It was that
'92.
year. It was that same as last
Yeah.
year. He was on, Tony Bennett was on the show. I remember that.
So you were in
I was at the studio on one of the tapings of his show.
in Hollywood or where?
Yeah, Burbank, wherever it was.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's neat. What were you
Beautiful
doing there?
downtown Burbank.
Vacation.
You
Took
know-
a trip out to California.
I bet that's good.
Got tickets to the Tonight Show.
I saw your brother on an episode of like with Rick and Bubba or something.
Yeah. He used to go there all the time.
I was like, I think that's Clint Northcutt and one of his boys. That's so
Yep.
weird.
Clint was like original fan of that show.
Oh yeah.
Because it started y'all senior year, '94.
Yeah, I remember.
And he would call me and tell
listening.
me about it, and he went down. He was like one of the first people to ever visit the show
That's
when it first
cool.
started. So he's always been connected to it.
Hey, I had Christmas dinner. I had with Rick and Bubba and the Q&O Forecast when I was in
Were you?
college. I did. I have a friend in radio. His name is Robert Ray. And he actually was, I don't know if you noticed him at the Gadsden City
The
game.
lawyer?
No,
Okay.
not that guy.
Okay.
Gadsden City, he does, sports. He does their broadcast, right?
Okay.
Anyway, so he used to work with them at Q&O Fort, Speedy, and all of that when I was in college. And Robert and Ray were good friends, and he took me to the Christmas dinner. So I got
You know
to
what
know
I
him.
worked on? Speaking, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier with Fort Payne playing Pelham next week. What I had in the works, but it's not going to plan out because we play on a Thursday. I invited Greg Burgess to come be on the show.
Really?
Yep.
How do you know him?
I don't. I just emailed the show. And
That's the Northcutt.
Yeah, I just emailed the show because, and here's why. His son was coaching at Thompson for the last couple of years, but Pelham hired Thompson's defensive coordinator as their head coach this year. And he went over to Pelham as a coach. And I know from listening to the show that Greg goes to all his games.
Yeah.
And so I emailed him and said, hey, if you come up here, we'd love to have you on our show. We'd love to have
That'd
you.
have been awesome.
Interview with one of our students. We'll host you at the press box. You can come up in the game and talk and all this. And he's like, well, I would normally do that, but because it's a Thursday night game. So I did plug the FPTV app. I said, go here and watch the game live, and you'll hear our broadcast. We're not real great, but you'll enjoy it. And so I don't know if he'll do that or not.
You're so humble. You know that we're the best thing on radio when it comes to high school sports.
This could be at a Fort Payne objective.
Yeah, we do get a lot. And I did make a declaration in that email. I said, listen, now we're bad homers, so just get ready.
Don't
buckle
expect
up.
Well, does
objectivity.
Pelham not have their own crew?
Well, I don't think they're going to do a live TV broadcast. Now he's got the NFHS app that he'll watch it on, so that'll be on there. But it's I thought I'm gonna swing for the fences.
I like listening to him.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he is.
So I made an effort at it. I'm working all the time.
We
trying to get us-
just keep swinging away.
That's right. We'll land one. We'll land a big fish. We're going to get Barry Moore in here. He could be the next U.S. Senator from Alabama.
Well, looking at the polls, he's got a little work to do.
Does he? Who's out ahead? Steve Marshall?
Yeah, and now is this for Senate?
Yeah, the Senate, Tuberville Senate seat.
Yeah. Is A.J. McCarron running?
Really?
I think so. He got like 14% of the vote.
I did not know that.
I don't know if he's officially announced or not.
Wow. So, but Barry Moore's at least he's a congressman.
Yeah. So he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of toe in the political water. Speaking of this is random. This is out of nowhere.
Let's lean in. Let's hear it.
Okay. So Barry Moore's from Enterprise, and he's married to the former Heather Hopper, who graduated from Plainview right around the same time I graduated from Fort Payne. And so at one point, I used to go do work in Enterprise with our installation business. And I get these quotes from like an Angie's List type of service.
They're also the Wildcats, by the way.
They are the Wildcats.
Yes, they are.
And I got an Angie's List lead from a guy in Enterprise. And his name was Billy Jack Haskins. That was his name. And I thought, I know that name. I recognize that name. And the reason I recognize that name is my senior year at Auburn, we went and traveled to the University of Kentucky to play Kentucky Wildcats in Lexington at Commonwealth Stadium. And the quarterback on that Kentucky team, it was the last year of Bill Curry before Hal Mumme. was Billy Jack Haskins. And I thought, there's no way. There's no way.
There are two Billy
There are
Jack
two Billy
Haskins
Jack Haskins.
in the world.
So I meet with him. We're going through. I said, let me ask something. Were you a quarterback at Kentucky in the 90s? Because I was. How in the world are you in Enterprise, Alabama now?
Yeah.
Because he was Mr. Football for Kentucky for high school the year before, or when he was in high school. And so he said, just traveling and job, he ended up landed in Enterprise. And so I ended up, I don't think we got the job, but I got to meet a former Kentucky quarterback, which is a very random set of stories that you go, how in the world do you meet a guy in Enterprise that was a quarterback at a game that
That's where the Bo Weevil statue
That's
is.
it, the Bo Weevil, down in Enterprise. So, all right. Well, that wraps up episode 34. We made it, Steve.
As we end on Bo Weevils.
Bo Weevils. Thank you, Jerrel and Ryker Ingal, for being on the show today. Next week, I've already got the guest book, by the way.
Who is it?
It's Isaiah Craig. He's going to come in and visit with us again.
Isaiah's back.
It's his second time with the Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
He must have forgotten what it was like the first time.
That was a good interview. What? Okay.
We'll do some rapping and some theology talk next week on Lunch with Bryan and Steve. That'll be episode 35. Thank you guys for showing up, and we appreciate everything you do. And we'll talk to you soon.